Alright, so we got the second battle for today, so pretty straightforward this one. So as I've gone over the list again, we've got the Cryptek, the Command Barge, then for troops, 20-man blob of warriors, 1, 2, 3, 5-man of immortals, 10 Lich Guard, 10 sniper guys, 1, 2 annihilation barges, and a Triarch Stalker. And it's MEPHRIT, he's the warlord, he's got the fearless bubble, and this guy's got the Veil of Darkness relic, so pretty straightforward. And then coming over here to Dave, he's brought down some nasty stuff. So what's in this? That looks like someone I know.
So we've got a battalion with Aldari.
Aldari.
Use an ULTHWE Craftworld.
Yep.
Using that as a warlock because I don't currently have one.
Okay, so that's a warlock, yep.
So we've got 3 units of guardians, 2 units of 10 in wave serpents.
So 1.
Forgive me, I don't have turrets for me wave serpents yet.
2, yep.
And a big blob of 18.
Yep.
We've got a heavy support, 6 Dark Reapers with an Exarch.
Beautiful.
Wave serpent.
And then obviously these are the 3 wave serpents.
Yep. We've got a Crimson Hunter Exarch in the red.
Yep.
And
looking good.
The Wraith Fighter, the Hemlock.
Hemlock Wraith Fighter.
So,
and
Warlord will be Aldari.
Yep.
And the relic will be the Shard of a Seal, something or other.
On the other guy.
On the other guy.
And as you can see, Dave's done a nice job rebasing all these guys again. Dave's a bit of a base master, and I don't mean as in he drops drugs and parties hard. Alright guys, we'll get on with the second battle report. Necrons versus Dark Eldar. Alright, so game 2, we're doing just a normal MALSTROM mission for this one. So we've got 1 objective here, 1 objective under here, 1 over here, 1 in the centre of the crates. Then we come around this side, we've got 1 here, and then there's 1 somewhere in here in there, under all that.
Yep.
Alright, so for deployment, Dave's got himself a tight knit deployment all in here. Everything's, you know, all aboard these steam trains. And then if we come around, I've sort of spread out a couple over here on the objectives, sort of big orange and blue blob in the centre here, coming across holding an objective here, and I've put this little unit here to try and run forward to get this one. Dave's listening, so I can't speak too loud. And then that's sitting there. Alright, so Dave's set up first. Let's go walk over here and get a dice. So he got the +1. So what's he going to roll? Ooh, a 5. Can I roll a 6? No, that's a 3. Can I seize the initiative? No, I can't. Alright, so the Aldari will have first turn. Simple 3-card draw, can discard 1 at the end of each turn, and we'll see what happens. Alright, Craftworld's turn 1, all done. So, these guys, well, they're back there now, but they jumped out and shot and jumped back in. These guys move forward here, sort of towards the centre-ish. These guys flew over here. So, the main thing that happened this turn is the majority of the army targeted my Triarch Stalker was here and blew it away, and then all the shurikens took these guys down to 2. The other one that Dave got was area denial because no one's in the centre. So that's the end of, what, the Unari is it? No.
ULTHWE, mate.
ULTHWE, I always get them mixed up, and I play this army by the way guys, so I apologise. Alright, we'll get on with Necrons turn 1 and we'll see if we can't return some damage. End of Necron turn 1. These guys have stayed here. These guys are in here. These guys moved out. These guys swung around. These guys stayed and these guys stayed. So everything's shot into this. What was the card you played?
Lightning fast reflexes.
So the -2 to hit, so that was a bit shit. But we still got him down to 7 wounds, so I'm pretty proud of myself. So no first strike and didn't score any points, but we'll get on with this anyway and we'll see how we go against these alien scum. Dirty Eldar. Hey, wait, did you bring your cheese grater?
Yeah.
Alright, get on with turn 2, Eldar. Alright, end of Eldar turn 2, and there's been a bit of a massacre. So, all this sort of stuff moved forward. We had Guardians get out, we had Guardians jump out here, and we had Guardians jump out here, and this thing just was flying off into the sunset, but that's not the point. So, between the shooting, annihilation barges are both dead. That was actually the main part of it, really, wasn't it? And then over here, he killed about 6 of these guys with a bit of mass shooting from around here. And how many points did you score, Dave?
I'm on total of 4 Maelstrom points.
4 Maelstrom points. Yeah, so I copped a bit of a psychic beating, followed up by ninja stars shot out of guns beating, shot spirit fire beating. Alright, I have my turn 2 and see what I can do. Alright, Necron turn 2, and we've hit back pretty hard. So this unit moved forward, and the combined power of this, there's no Guardians there, so that 18-man one's down. Then with my MEPHRIT solar flares, I shot into these ones, and boom, all of them are dead. And then I dropped these guys in and shot in this one, and they are all dead. So I managed to kill all your Guardians?
38 Guardians.
38 Guardians. I'm pretty proud of myself. Probably shouldn't be too proud because they were just Guardians. So he's still got all his armour and psychic shenanigans. So we'll see the return fire. Hopefully now that there's less Guardians, it'll be a bit less punishing. Probably not much, but we'll see how we go. Alright, we'll get on with the Elder turn 2. And I think this guy's flying back to somewhere. But we'll see him when he turns around. Alright, end of the Aldari turn. So a lot of combined firepower, and actually the majority was smiting from these guys. Killed the 10 death marks, and this finished them off. And then everything else shot into here, reducing these down to 4, but they're fearless, so hopefully with a really good roll I'll get 16 of them back. Alright, so, and also these missiles, they were probably the biggest dent, weren't they, in these warriors. And then over here, the Hemlock guy, that's the Hemlock, isn't it? Yep, turn around and shot 2 of these. Alright, so I'll have my next turn and I'll see what I can do. I'm getting a severe beating here, so hopefully I can get some good reanimation and see what happens. Alright, end of Necron's turn 3. These guys did nothing. Moving over here. These guys come in here and shot and took a couple of wounds off this. These guys made the charge in here. I used the Veil of Darkness to teleport over. Tried to charge this flying thing and just cop 4 wounds in the process. These got in here, took a couple of wounds off this. I still haven't scored a single victory point. It's getting a bit depressing. I'll let Dave have his next turn and we'll see what we can do. Alright, end of Elder turn. Trickery's gone on here. All these planes are zooming around and backed off. Everything that I put over here, as you can see, there's no more Elder. They've backed up. I'd call him a scaredy cat, but if I were the Elder, I'd do the same thing. It makes perfect sense. So that's happened. He shot the crap out of this, but obviously fearless, so we're going to regenerate. See what we can do, and that's about the Elder turn. Nothing else really happened. Did you score any points?
None.
None? Alright. So, I'll have my next turn and we'll get back to you. Alright guys, so end of my turn 4. We are going to call the game there because I can't win, but I got some satisfactory victory. So we managed to actually make a massive charge and chop up the Dark Reapers. And between these two, I did some shooting over here and that. Didn't really make it in or anything. Sort of called it there because Dave's got 7 points and I've literally got 1 point. Now, because of all his stuff being flying vehicles and everything like that, I just simply can't catch him. The last thing I was going to be able to catch was what I caught. If he has another turn, they move, and I'm just walking around shooting at him with AP1 guns, and everyone knows it's going to remove it. Alright, so Dave, what would you say was your man of the match?
Good old Eldrad, the master of psychic powers.
He does.
Bullets.
He does. He just he annihilates everything. Once again, for the second time today, I'm giving the match to this blob because it's the end of the game. You've shot it so many times and there's still 18 warriors there. I reckon that's given me 300 points extra this battle. So I'm probably going to do a second 20-man blob just because I'm that guy. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this second battle today. Sorry it was a bit quicker. Actually, it's probably about the same, but I just got my head kicked in this one. So 1 win, 1 loss. Like and subscribe, and tell me what you think of the armies and tactics and whatnot, and have a good night. And happy Easter to everyone.